Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death.
If you're a small guard and you want to dominate in basketball, then you clicked on the right video, because I'm about to give you the best drills to use to score and overall cook on the floor. And to do this, we're going to take some things from the tool bags of Schwarz, Lykes, and McConnell. Let's get into it. Now here are some things they all do well, and things you need to be doing as a small guard. Number one is you got to be able to play defense. We'll get into the offensive side a little later, but you're already small, so it's going to be tougher for you off rip. But if you actually try and work on things that'll help with your lateral quickness, you won't be as much of a liability. And a great thing to do is pick up full court. This will teach you how to guard in space and give you pretty good conditioning. On top of that, you got to be hustling on offense and defense. So trying your hardest to get steals, boards, whatever you can do to help the team. Playing off tool is also one of those essentials as a smaller player because it just gives you more options. And you of course got to be able to give and take bumps. This means you got to have a really strong core. And arguably the most important, you got to have a strap and be able to pull it from anywhere. We'll first start off with Schwarz's bag. And here are some things you need to take from him. He's lethal at playing off too, so you want to be able to get into his pump fake step through. And to work on this, you really just want to attack from the 3 spots, get deep in the paint, and then work on that step through, getting into a bunch of different finishes. Just be creative with it. You can make 5 shots going each way. Then we'll work on his floater, and you want to be able to do these off both 1 and 2 feet. So we'll attack from the top of the key out of any combo, going both ways, and get into floats off each foot. 8 makes each way, or each footwork. Switch hands if you can. And lastly, we got his athletic finishes. And the best thing you want to have for this is his up and under. You can work on this driving baseline from each wing and make 6 on each side. Overall, TJ plays really tactical, and he's also really twitchy and knows how to get to his spots. The next player we're going over is Lykes, and if you know about him, you're a real one. But the first thing you want to have from him is his shooting. More in particular, his catch and shoot. You always want to be ready to shoot, especially as a smaller player, because it's going to be harder for you to get to the basket. So you always want to have your hands out, ready to score. The next thing is his use of screens. You want to know your 3 options. If they go under the screen, be ready to shoot. If your defender goes over and the big drops in the paint, then you got an open midi. And if the big comes up, attack him, use your speed, and get to the rim. To work on these 3 reads, you want to go both ways from the top of the key, work on coming off the screen and shooting the 3, 10 makes each way. Work on coming off the screen and getting into the midi, 10 makes each way. Then work on coming off the screen, hesitating in the midi, and getting to the rim. These 3 will be very useful to you. The next thing you need from him is the art of getting high on your shot and being able to fade away if necessary. Since you're a smaller player, it's going to be harder for you to get shots off. Therefore, you're going to fade more often than not. Now, I would recommend that you don't force the fade, but you want to work on it to a certain extent. So we're going to work from the 3 spots and do 2 good dribbles going downhill before rising up as quick and as high as you can, and even fading if necessary, and then get into your shot. This will help challenge you a lot. 6 makes each way. The last thing we're going to work on from him is that veer step. And this is a big part of being aggressive and physical and seeking out the contact instead of it finding you. And this is necessary as a small guard. So to work on it, just attack from the top of the key going both ways and get into the veer step. 7 makes each way. Overall, he's quick, explosive, plays really fast, and utilizes the pick and roll a lot. And you can't forget, he can shoot lights out from 3. Now onto the last guy, McConnell. And he's the most crafty out of all of them. He doesn't have a lot of athleticism or speed, but what he does have is the brains and the finesse. And the first thing you want to have from him is his spin move. Whether that's getting into layups or even spinning into middies. TJ has learned how to use this move to get him out of sticky situations. And to work on it, there's 3 you need to master. The regular spin, the half spin, and the pushover cross getting into the spin. So you want to have all 3 getting into layups and get 3 makes going each way from the 3 spots. Then it's the same thing in the mid-range. Next is that short mid-range jumper he does. And this is just green every time he shoots it. But to work on this, we're going to get deep in the paint, attacking from the 3 spots, going both ways. 5 makes each way. And the last thing we're going to work on is his layups using the rim as protection. Just land on 2 and get into the lay. You can go baseline from each corner and make 8 layups each way. If you want to know how to get a fluid jumper, check out this video right here. If this helped y'all out, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
The backslider in heart shall be filled with his own ways, and a good man shall be satisfied from himself.